cool, it's going again. Yay. Okay, so last time I was very muted, and I built the primitive, the atomic forge thingy, which has been not even used, mind you. I am going to use it now, which do keep that in mind. However, it is complaining about not being plugged in, and so, like any rational person, I decided to check why. So as it turns out, cables just don't connect at all. And I'll talk about some other stuff and you probably see some things. So, cables don't connect. How do I plug it in? Well, good question. What I do know, however, is that this thingy, the Entric laser, it can transmit power. See where I'm going with this? Because I hate it. So the plan is to build this and, hopefully nothing else. It's one per. How many of these do I need? Probably like 11. Maybe 13. At least I can make netherite cheap. God forbid. I'm out of carbon. Ironically, carbon's been like one of the things I just don't have much of. Oh, no water? No water. Hey! So how about some off-camera recap? I processed that entire haul of ores, regrettably. But the end haul is something like, that. Not including those, or maybe even those. So I'm not exactly broke on anything but diamonds. I'm gonna need a lot of diamonds to then, well, obviously make more diamonds. This sucks. Anyways, this is back on sulfuric acid because I had so much of it, I figured I might as well. And also, I rejigged the oil plant. There's now an assembler making these beads because I realized that, well, it's free real estate. So now I have tons of sulfuric acid, tons of diesel, which will become relevant soon enough. And also, it uses significantly less sand. So, you know, why not? I mean, each sand makes 32. And also ignore this area, trust me. Don't stay sane unlike me. Acid. It's probably a safe place to put it. Your work's not done. There we go. Yeah, welcome to the end part of this game. Also known as, can you craft enough? The answer is always, I don't want to. But sure. Okay, and this thing is made with diamonds. Because everything is made with diamonds. At this point in the game. And that's the one thing I don't have tons of. Diamonds. I have enough ore doubling to make this a worthwhile endeavor. Although I think I already looted that entire area of diamonds before. I don't know. I think I just sort of go. I'm wondering why I'm so much faster now. That thing. Yeah, so I got a performance enhancement surgery, so whatever. Also, this thing takes way too much power, I'm just gonna say it. Anyways. Diamonds. This is a good place to start, I think. Ow. Well, that's just straight up gonna kill me. Oh yeah, would you look at that? I'd really like this thing it didn't turn off frequently, but... oh well. Also, I'm kind of curious, what will this look like with turbo fuel? I don't remember the answers could be somehow worse. I know where I died. It's just an extension of mine. I feel like I was here not even too long ago. Oh, sorry. No idea. I do have some people DMing me. Which means I'm now inclined to go and check. A lot of people, jeez. Hold on. It turns out I just had a server unmuted by accident. And it's normally very inactive, maybe once every 3, 4, maybe 5 days there would be a message, but someone new just got added, so... behold. Sudden and unexpected flux of, pings. Just, knock of 3 hour and it should be fine. Okay. Chat's been aligned. No one's here. So we can back to Discord. Admittedly, I could totally go with some higher armor. I feel like I'm very flimsy. Can this even work? I don't think it can. It's not diamonds. I don't care enough. Admittedly, I thought Oritech was actually not going to be too excessive as a tech mod. I'm retracting that statement. Diamonds in the uranium node. And here I was doubting myself. For frankly a good reason. Anyways, if I pulverize this, I get fragment, I get plutonium. Which is implying use. Fragmented only into 2? Man, I guess it is double. That's why I'm using Silk Touch, but it doesn't necessarily make it, you know, cheaper. These crystals seem hard to harvest, but I have Silk Touch, so, yep, that just works. Sweet. Granite crystals, eh? Okay, so it's just better ore. Better ore? They say Silk Touch isn't good. It's just normally awful. Why does that make the dirt sound? Weird stuff. Is that just like one piece that's just jutting out? 2 pieces? Yep, 2 pieces. Neat. Can I, like, not dry myself while standing normally? Also, in the fragmenter, that just... Oh yeah, that's why I wanted it. Go with the ore, then I can turn the ore into even more. We're not just doubling our ore, we're, like, quadrupling it. Yes, that makes it worse. And copper can be used to make uranium gems, which can be turned into pellets. Not satisfied yet. Now we're talking. Now with this, I can craft this into expensive pellets. Well, a supposedly expensive pellet. Wish I didn't break those gems from earlier, but whatever. I'm sure there's plenty in the world. That's not a diamond, but it's still useful, so I'll take it. And platinum turns into... Ooh, fluxite. Which I have a feeling I'm gonna need. And then that ore can be crushed again into more fluxite, and then spun again into even more fluxite. Nice. Man. These performance-enhancing motors are pretty damn good at their job. But I'm here for diamonds. Where the hell is this? like nowhere to run, pal. Oh, there is down. I'd advise against it for some reason. Diamonds. Hi, boys. Not often you hear someone going claw in Minecraft. Also, those are similar, that's why I keep getting confused. I like my expensive eyes, they let me see. Because that and the lava is like the only light source. Nah. Okay, yeah. Then I'm gonna view it. I don't want to talk about it. You can try controlling this jetpack. I'm not gonna stop you. Well, I got diamonds, that's what mattered. Diamonds in. And, bone meal out. Not sure what to do with this stuff. You make a lot in this pack. You're being quite mean, aren't you? Extra health would be fun. Can't afford it. We're gonna make a laser. Back to it. Weirdly enough, I don't feel like this is, you know, I get this strange feeling that I'm gonna need, at least more. Coward. Well, this thing. Shoot it. Do you want a redstone signal? Is that what you're asking for? I wouldn't quite say I'm under, you know, in the lower class, so. Here. Well, don't just stare at me. Make something interesting happen. Maybe this thing just doesn't do what I think it does. Alright, new idea. Nope. Let's see, is there a remote I can use on that thing that isn't the standard pipe wrench? Also, don't know why this wants a black hole. Wow. Um. Nice. Why are you just staring at me? This thing, shoot it. Is it a range problem? I don't exactly recall this thing having a very bad range, per se, but okay. Now, that thing, get it. And this is why mods should have a ponder menu. Well, go on, do something. Come on. The thing, do it. Do your job. What if I gave you uranium? No, you don't even like it. Okay, well, Forge ain't powering itself, nor is it taking any wires. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm doing it wrong. Hold on. Let me just look it up. Because I know these can put power into machines. This one's just being stubborn in particular. Oh, it's a good thing I was muted, so you don't have to hear me screaming at that thing, but let's just say I'm not exactly happy about aiming inside my own base with that. Not very happy at all. Fuck it, we're going with stone. Just help me God, this thing's gonna burn my whole base down. So yeah, if you want to use one of those, make sure it's not pointing at your very flammable base. Lesson learned. Holy shit, everything's on fire. And then I realized I don't actually care too much. Except for that one. Stupid ass laser. Look at the damage on that thing. I'm not sure if I should be really, really angry with what I did, or really, really proud of its ability to dig a straight line. I mean, look at this. So brutal, so stupid, so good at pissing me off. I guess if I'm gonna be yelling at the machines, I might as well be able to yell back at me, metaphorically or so. Also, yes, this means you've lost your free will privileges. This is your only purpose now. Good God, hurry it up. So, now that we're missing at least half the base. Still burning, by the way, that hasn't changed. Why are you on fire again? Why already went over this? Hold on, this would be really funny if I could just chainsaw those down. Hold on. I mean, this beam looks a little too integral. If I just, you know... Would have been really funny, actually. Or maybe it was waterlogged. Don't care. Base. That's not good. Okay. Reference for future, lasers are bad. Primarily when aimed at the base. But hey, you know what? They say I always look at the silver lining, and besides the fact that I'm very blatantly pissed off right now, something good did come out of that. Which is, it didn't break any of these machines, which I would have been absolutely livid. Who knows, maybe that thing actually did serve a purpose. Oh, and also plutonium and stuff, I guess that's, sure, whatever. I did blow up my power lines. Which I did not appreciate. Only 2, though. Okay. I didn't even know this was here. I've always wondered where this went. I guess we now know. Hi, zombie. I forgot I had slabs somewhere in my base. There it is. Where? You can't just, you know, be alluring without telling me where to go. What's this room? And torches. I actually did try to make this place safer at one point. That's where the obsidian was made. You know, I wanted to make a nuclear reactor. Maybe a particle accelerator is a good enough reason. Best outcome? Yep. I really don't feel like we're making enough power, and I know exactly why. Hurry it up. Honestly, you know what? You've lost your power privileges. Now the base should start charging again. Uh-oh. I didn't realize we were bottlenecked. Oh, we're not. It's probably a mix of that machine upstairs and this thing running. Look at that, it's working fine. This thing surprisingly doesn't use too much, mainly because it can't. Alright. Back on track, I guess. Are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do? I'm so close. Yep. It did. Well, that would be plutonium. Uranium gems can be used to make fuel pellets. However, I think there's better fuel pellets. Do I need to use plutonium for fuel? No. Will I? Yeah, probably. Probably, in fact. I'm starting to realize I'm gonna need a lot of fluxite. No real byproducts. And because I have a doubler, that's just a wow. Okay, so plutonium's suddenly really cheap looking. Not expecting that. Convenience. Look at all that unused plastic potential. It's just slightly better than water, what can I say? So apparently sand and naphtha makes tons of something. Fair, I suppose it's fair enough to just chuck a stack in and find out. Nope, needs silicone wash. And how do I get this legendary silicone wash? Oh. Well then. And it's fluid separation, that's why. Not bad. Could have sworn though there was a better use for naphtha than that. Oh, polymer resin. Oh, gravel can just make silicone wash. I'm guessing a lot less efficiently. Yeah, it's half as good, but that's basically free if you think about how cheap it is to get gravel. But I turned it all to sand already, so, you know, of little significance to me. That silicone wash, I think, is enticing. What can I do with that silicone wash, allegedly? Boom, bang, bing, bop. Also, just another fancy pants. Nope. Polymer resin makes better plastic. And no need for that annoying biopolymer. So that's actually really quite worth it. Also, if anyone's wondering, I finally saw it. That's right. The tree cutter. So, you could make a tree farm for charcoal. Very tempting, I might actually just do that. That is so efficient. I know there's a whole thing about biofuel refinement, but why would I have this seemingly limitless source of oil to tap into? And I could also move it if I so wish. If. There's a few more missing spots than I happen to remember. Huh. That's probably fine. I mean, it's taken this many hours. Doubt it's drying up soon. More naphtha, more acid. Presumably more diesel. Starting to regret that conversion for diesel, or for less diesel, but I could always just burn naphtha, so whatever. And acid's useful, I guess. Yeah, tree farm. Let me actually look into that. That sounds really useful. This looks tree farm worthy, doesn't it? Whole area, make it a tree farm. Yeah, I could see a tree farm fitting in pretty well. I had a feeling. Really was dancing on my body until, you know. Taught him a lesson. I think a tree farm would fit in great. Like I want more space, okay? You know, I have my, legally owned copy of Breath of the Wild on my legally owned actual Wii U. I'm not even joking, I have it. I could also play Splatoon on it. And some other stuff. Any fun memories. Even moved houses with it. Anyways, could be playing Breath of the Wild. Doing some post-game DLC content. So let's set up a tree farm in Minecraft using Oritech. It's possibly a little on the exciting side, you know what I mean? This is just straight up plastic if I wanted. Come on. Do it. Well, I mean, I could, but that, you know, mineral slurry ain't gonna exactly get rid of itself, so, yeah. Maybe all this sand isn't a waste, maybe it's just a bunch of plastic just waiting to be made. Maybe. Oh, this is probably charged by now. Oh, and yeah, I've been flaring a bit of naphtha, don't worry about it. Look at that, 20 million RF. Incredible. Happens to make me a little curious. What if I got a portable energy thing and just starts... I mean, it's only 1 million at a time, and that thing needed, like, too much? Never mind. It's amazing how high precision this has become. Here, destroy my power grid. You seem to want it more than me at this moment. Speaking of which, or combustion. You'd think that better fuels would produce more power, but apparently it's just less fuel requirement. Before anyone says I'm wasting naphtha, here's a full tank of it. Well, if I wasn't so full on even more diesel. This thing's extremely efficient. Definitely start with them clay catalyst beads. It's worth it. More beads. That's better. It does use redstone, but that's not too hard to get. Silicone is like deceptively easy to make. Careful not to make too much of the stuff. I have 3 stacks of it, just waiting to be used. What can I even do with this? Rubber, pipes, combustion, power storage, fertilizer, which I actually wouldn't mind having for the tree farm. Fluid add-on, boilers, the boots that I'm wearing, which are weirdly cheap, and a block of silicone. What if I just made a bunch? That would use basically all of my silicone. Yeah, it could be funny though. And I mean, naphtha-based silicone is cheap anyways. It'd be interesting to use rubber, but I want that tank back hurried up. Also, I hope 20 million RF is enough to, hello. Just gonna, suppose that's enough for a particle accelerator. That is that like a chunk size? Because I did that by accident then. Holy shit, there was a village here the entire time? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Huh. More biomass. Melons. Which layers surprisingly well. Huh. Well, I really wish I knew about this thing a lot sooner. What are you? Melon. So you grow melons. Weaponsmith stuff or something. I'm fine actually. Food. Sorry. Good one. Nice for making the enchanting table. I'd assume I can buy paper from him eventually. Weaponsmith. Do you think I would look like a demigod to them? Those are not good deals. I mean, look at me. I'm literally flying around at a super high speed. Just all nonchalantly. Ooh, ruining sand. I believe I actually made one of those. Like, oh, I'm not gonna find a village anytime soon. So that was a lie. No composter, I'll make one for them, and I actually have the crafting table on me. Oh, maybe no silicone at the moment. Composter needs a slab, right? Make sure it's annoying. Probably in the more traditional section. I think it's like... Is it only slabs? Do some of this. It is. Huh. What do you know? Oh, the silicone got ejected into my inventory for that reason? Made my life easier, but I'm actually gonna need more of those. Why are torches relevant? You know what? I'm not even gonna think too hard. And that one waste plank. Anyways, I want a farmer. Congratulations on your promotion, sir. It fits. So who's gonna be the farmer? I was looking to buy a potato. It's probably just better if I go and get some turbo fuel and, well, you know. Yeah, probably. You don't normally see an acacia village, though. What's it doing again? Something. Probably important, if I had to guess. Oh yeah, that happens sometimes. What? I don't think pumping sulfuric acid into the water pump's a good idea. So you can put acid and water not liking each other. Believe it or not, my base does actually produce sulfuric acid passively. And here's the rate of it. That's for 0.1 bucket. Yeah, so it's slow. Whatever. It's automatic. Mob griefing off. Love to see it. Look, if I'm gonna be installing mods that let me, you know, make black holes and diamonds eventually, So what if, you know, maybe I just feel a little lazier and don't want to deal with preparing the base after a creeper just waltzes in for absolutely no reason? Can you really blame me for that? Listen, if I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat properly. Ah, yes, and you. What's in here? Thank you. Fluxite. Oh, that was only the first of 2 cycles. Here's the second. And I put them in here. And that should give me even more fluxite. Now listen, if I didn't want fluxite, I would be purging it, like just getting rid of it in sulfuric acid, but I have plenty of platinum. And fluxite's useful. Not been doing too much. Let me just actually go about making that tree farm now. Just seems like one of those things you would want. So I need 2 iron axes. Hold on, tree cutter and machine frames are probably what I'm gonna need. I can see the use for weed killer, but let me show you the better weed killer. Industry. Yeah. Nothing like chemical spills to get rid of the plant matter. Oh, there's even some runoff from that one. Trust me, it's fine for the environment. Nope. Denied. Look at this, so efficient. Can't really make gunpowder. That's how you do a 360 no-scope skeleton. Thanks for reminding me about the MLG era. Free bow is nothing to scoff at, though. And the durability is pretty bad. don't want bone meal anymore. What? Well, if I wasn't in good armor, decent armor, I feel like that would have just straight up killed me. I didn't know creepers could spawn with that. Speed boosted creepers. Pretty damn horrifying if you ask me. Yeah, seems like my weed killer has done a pretty good job of getting rid of all the weeds in the area. Just look at its efficiency. Where did that go? I like the batter powder. Tells me that place blocks can become very useful very soon for the saplings. I just want to be wrong about that. That seems like enough. We'll never really understand why you can't wrench these. Just in case I want to make an actual, normal farm. Is this success if I don't know? Also, I just realized it was night, apparently. Whatever. Spinny bee. And done. Again. Is this not a multi-block thing? Because that doesn't look like it's connected. You know, I have a feeling I have this set up wrong. B. By the time I use it. Oh. Wow. That's really efficient actually. Damn. Yeah. You know what, I think that's pretty good. I don't know what went in, but I know I'm not gonna find it anytime soon. Probably like, don't actually, probably my, no idea. Right? That's the cheaper recipe? No, that's the only recipe. A very fitting part of the song to start playing. There's almost always a reason to get one of these. Not reassuring when you have everything you need on you. I'll give you more work. Don't think I'm happy about it when I get around to it. I forgot I had that. Well, that's scary. I don't think I was supposed to make 2 of those. I'm starting to think. Considering the fact that I have 1 of these spare. Yeah, I'm gonna need maybe more. We'll see. I think we're a little beyond the point of needing a horse suddenly. Or not suddenly, but you know what I mean. The first of, unfortunately, many superconductors. This recipe doesn't even make sense. Also, because I wish it were cheaper. Anyways, that's superconductors. Get used to me making these, I guess. Has to be some sort of integer cap. Alright, now that we have that, I can make one of these. This hurts. That's also the goal. Anyways, now I can go over here and get a sick-ass railgun. Oh. Actually, it's pretty bad. Do you know that gem I hate crafting? Yeah, I'm making another. Nope. That's why you don't get comfortable with knowing your recipes. That's a battery. Believe it or not, just one pass in here makes a battery. Observe. Well, 8 batteries. Don't ask how. Guess I should deal with that while microcrafting in the nether. Really? That turned off the music? Here's that one extra I didn't want to make. That's a railgun. 5 mil. Sure hope that's not for a good reason or anything. Don't ask why it likes doing that. Have fun. Wow. Sweeping edge on a railgun's funny. And unbreakable. Sweet. I don't know what modes. What mode are you in? Hey, spider, catch. That was not impressive. The hell's the point of a sick-ass railgun if it's not going to be effective? How much power did I use? Oh, okay, that's why. It took a fair few seconds to kill that spider. I don't know why that didn't kill it. Sweeping edge on a railgun. Yeah, that makes plenty of sense. Woo. Also, allegedly I could power my atomic forge using this thing, which I think is funny. Behold, your sicker upgrade. Let's be honest, I'm probably gonna need more netherite stuff, so, I want you. Do you really not have a preferred block? Lame. So you're at 31? 38.1? Well, I was lied to then. Transform... That can transfer energy. Ow. So I think that part worked. I just don't think... What did I just shoot? Holy shit. It's like, no, no, don't you dare. So this is its utility beam, and that was its, fuck off beam. I like it. Although it doesn't transfer energy like you'd think. Is that supposed to be like the recoil? Why is it so deadly? Oh shit, he dead. Okay, maybe it's now finally safer to explore the caves. If this energy rail, how much? Oh no! I cannot range shoot now, pal. Kapow! Kapow! That has so much AOE. That's a problem. You want to fight? It charged it. I think it's safe to say I'm gonna win most fights now if it doesn't kill me first. Which ironically does seem quite possible. Nope. I think it might actually just kill me by turning off my jetpack and causing me to fall into a pit of lava and die. Don't forget, this thing is constantly leaking energy into that thing, and oh boy, this thing is. Was that an amethyst geode? I needed this at the very beginning of the run for the sole reason that I could do this. Hold on. Oops. Well, I'm supposed to be able to make a... Allegedly, if I took one of those budding amethysts, I'd be able to make something useful out of it. Does it just have recoil if you shoot too low to the ground? Yes! Why though? Abracadabra. Jesus. Now I know what you're probably thinking, what's the point of a railgun like this? I don't know. It just didn't say no. Do I think this thing's overpriced? Considering half the features aren't working? Yes. Would I say it was a bad craft? Also yes. Would I say it's kind of funny? Yes. Shkaboosh! It even works against flying targets. Oh, Enderman. Spider! Why does it kill me? If I look remotely down, is that what does me in? Because I think if I'm flying, no penalty. Okay, what if I'm up here and I want to shoot down? Won't kill me, right? Ow? Wait, does looking down and shooting kill me? Oops. No, it just has too much AoE for its own sake. Why is the AoE so fucking high that I could just go boop? It's almost like I can pogo with this thing, just boop. This is so stupid. Why would I even want one of these? Cool upgrade, bro. Now make it useful. Oh god. I want to fight the Ender Dragon now. I mean, can you imagine why? Yeah, me neither. Could I just, like, mine this all with this railgun? I mean, it sounds wasteful, but I probably could. So, hi, I might have, might need some gas. But I still have this laser. I don't remember having two of those. It does take stuff from your inventory when you craft the backpack, right? I mean, I zoned out for a bit. I don't know. Yeah, no, it would have because it took the batteries. Okay, OSHA unapproved violation has been made. And in terms of upgrades, I don't really know because there's a very high chance of it killing me in the first place. I don't exactly want to provoke this thing anymore. Although it'd be kind of funny to make this overpowered railgun more overpowered. If I didn't click on the crafting table there, my fucking legs were gonna come off. Sharpness 1. No. This doesn't even look like a railgun. Well, it's apparently made with the spirits of Olay and stuff, so it's probably pretty good. Good lord. Probably more power in there than I've used in the entire, like, in my entire system. Although with a railgun, that's gonna change quickly, actually, now that I think about it. Sometimes it's simple things which are fun. It'd be cool if you could load in, I mean, I guess it's technically a laser cannon, if you think about it. That doesn't seem very railgun-like. How much power does that use? Oh no. Get back to work. I kinda wanna just keep the carbon sheets for myself. Coal. A zombie. That's incredibly wasteful. I think it's better to just use a giant powered mode. Cool. I think it's safe to say that it's literally just a light cannon. Nifty if I say so myself. I can fix that later. If you can believe it, that's not nearly enough. Jeez, it's so contested. Okay, I have questions now. So someone just messaged me on Telegram. That's private. The Telegram's private information. How the fuck did they get that? It looks like I have to go interrogate someone. Piss off. How the fuck did they find... That doesn't even make any sense. There's... It doesn't even... I have my Telegram not even listed anywhere. Okay. I forgot if I shoot this thing with him, well, looking distance, I die. I meant that in a sarcastic way. I have a feeling I should go deal with that. And considering this was just one of, admittedly, way too many parts I'm gonna need. Idea. I don't think the linear motors are what, you know, make it Like, I don't think they have the energy capability. This thing can do as many laps as I want it to, can't it? So, what if I only have 2 motors that just constantly spin in circles? Yeah, sure, it's less efficient, but I mean, it's technically cheaper to set up. No, where is it? Where is it? Hi, witch. Never mind. Got a false alarm. I used a railgun within I don't know. I used a railgun, so I die. Cool. Oh, there was someone. I just forgot to start reading shit. Who did that? Stop it. Okay, bye, bro. Okay, cool. I missed. Okay. You know, I think I'm just gonna go. How the fuck did they find my telegram? That's not even listed anywhere. It's honestly more impressive than angering at this point. I'm just really confused. Also, I'll get back to you when I have all the parts I need. Because somehow, some way, I'm just gonna stop holding that before I blow my fucking brains out. Again. I have a feeling this is gonna need to be run a lot. Taking your stuff. Stop looking at me like that. Get back to work. I know there is none. Just stare at that. That's your new job. I mean, technically there shouldn't be any connections on my Telegram, so let's just hope they don't watch the very end of this stream. I don't even think they don't have a YouTube channel, so that's a good start. And you guys don't even know who it is. Okay. I'm losing track. I'm just gonna go, and this time it's not my jetpack crashing